Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Hopefully this is my last Jeep episode for a while. For the last 4 years, I've had this 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland, and I absolutely love this thing. But for some reason, it doesn't seem to love me quite the same. Alright, I look like a bum, but I've been car shopping, and I think I finally nailed what I'm going to replace the Grand Cherokee with. And that's going to be a separate video, because on this one, what I want to do is I want to talk about what it's like to have had this thing for the last 6 years, just about. I bought it with about 70,000 miles on it, and it's been fantastic to own. One of my favorite vehicles. I know that it's been through a lot with me, and on top of that, it's been a lot as far as maintenance and repairs. But considering that I've driven this thing to now 146,000 miles, really, I've loved a lot of my time with this thing. And a lot of people who have had the chance to drive this and go on adventures with me, they also feel the same way. So with that being said, I kind of want to show you guys what it's like and how this is held up, and what it's like to look at one of these after 10 years of being on the road. I think this is 2014, 11 years actually of being on the road. So it's a great car, great SUV, no problems with the air suspension. This thing is riding well, riding nice. It's got a couple squeaks, a couple rattles here and there, but overall, I mean, it's looking good. Paint's holding up well, and I feel like this is right around the time where Jeep kind of figured it out and got themselves together, and then after that, they kind of lost themselves. I've towed with this thing. I've driven lots of places. Gas mileage, if you're curious about it, I've averaged about 22 miles per gallon on the highway and about 16, 17 in the city. It's been great though, you know. Tows well. I've towed my BMW. I've towed a few other things, a couple random trailers. I mean, it does it all with ease, and it just sits nice. The paint's held up really great. These wheels, they've got some aging. If you look down here, a little bit of the chrome discoloration. Repairs, condenser, radiator. I've had to rebuild the rockers and all that stuff. If you're curious, go watch the videos I've made on the cost of ownership of this one in the long term. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood. This is what it looks like. I really don't detail this engine bay. I don't really do anything as far as like keeping this all clean. I feel like it doesn't really need much. These things have so much space, easy to work on when you're trying to do like this immediate stuff. I didn't get a chance to really detail this and clean it because I just kind of want to show you guys how it's lived. Seats held up decently. This is the most wear and tear on it, but for 11 years old, these are so worn in and nice and just, my God, comfortable seats to sit in. I've got all-weather mats in this, and if you've got one of these, definitely get all-weather mats. But yeah, screen protectors on this and screen protectors on the screens, so it's a little dusty right now, but all of that works. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on for you guys. My only area of concern on the interior, well, two of them, is going to be right here. You can see this coming off. Actually, there's three. And then over here on the shifter, this is starting to peel apart here as well. Outside of that, though, you guys can see mileage right there. Nothing else. All of this looks good, at least in my opinion. So, door looks good. This is all fine. Back seats. Never really gets any usage back here, but they look good. Look good. Behind the seats, you can tell no damage, no scuffs, really. Healthy, healthy, healthy. And in the back, this is where most of like the use of this is. Obviously, you buy an SUV to move things, and then unfortunately, other than the dog hair, this is all looking good as well back here. Couple scuffs, couple dings, and then under here, still got my spare, looking healthy. Yeah. Underneath, looking good as well. Occasionally the electronics will goof here and there, like sometimes that screen will decide it doesn't want to turn on all the way, but yeah. I still run the factory wheels. These are going to be the Goodyear Forteras, and I like them. I haven't had a reason to really upgrade, but this is by far one of my favorite rides, and if you guys are curious what I replaced this with, On the next video that I post, I'm going to talk more about what I replaced this with and kind of just some of my rationale, why it is that I chose the things that I did, because I assume a lot of you that ended up with a Grand Cherokee also probably think similarly to me. I do a little bit more moving cars around than maybe the average Jeep owner does, but some of you also do that and tow some RVs or some small campers. Are RVs the ones with wheels? Campers. You guys tow some campers. But anyways, my point is that you guys probably have a very similar lifestyle. Some of you probably more adventurous and more outdoorsy than me. But either way, I want to give you guys an insight, some of my thoughts, and share those things with you as to why I decided to, one, get rid of this and why I decided it was time, and two, what I'm going to replace it with. So at the end of the day, I really love this thing, and I would have kept it for a very long time, but unfortunately, 145,000 miles, I've put so much into it. It's time for something new. It's treated me well. It's taken care of me. And unfortunately, this is the end. And I'm going to miss this thing because I truly do love this Grand Cherokee. And whatever Jeep did to make this thing is a masterpiece. And I wish that they kept their reliability, because I would have bought I would have bought one of the new body styles. And even though it's not my favorite as far as looks, if they kept this same recipe, it would have been a hit. They lost on the reliability, the interior quality's changed, and it just doesn't feel like the old Grand Cherokee or this Grand Cherokee. The WK2 will always be one of my favorites, and there's a good chance I may end up with a SRT Trackhawk version of this, because I absolutely love this generation of Grand Cherokees. So if you're new to the channel, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, please let me know. It'll be a pleasure to have you guys around as I continue on my car adventures. So thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.